I didn't know what you were talking about.
All right, so after about a week of downtime and corral, what are you guys going to do now? There is always, work, or you can always go to the guild hall and check the guild hall board for notifications, which is like leads that you can check out to help out the guild.
Well, I'm going to go and check on my beer because I'm using those hops that we got from that. You remember the magic dwarf? Well, not magic,
Yes.
special dwarfy hops. Too long now, so just it's okay. And yeah, I suppose I'll go to check out the with the guys. The stuff. Oh, my brain, man! This flu is kicking my ass recently. I mean, check out the notice board.
Okay.
Make sure you wash your hands. Don't spread it. Don't spread that flu, man.
We realised that we're not in the same room, or indeed continent.
Well, I'm just saying in general,
Hey, I'm close enough to you. Fuck off, Charles. Stay away from me.
Dude, it's okay. We've got the sea between us. For now. Anyway, Holland won't be there in a few years, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so on the notice board, you see a new notice. It wasn't there the last time you checked, and it says there's a 150 gold piece reward for information on the missing wizard. So,
did this wizard have? I turn to the group and say, "Do you know any wizards that are missing that had like some sort of astrological map of the sky? Maybe famous wizards like." Okay, let's go and ask in the guild hall then, shall we?
Irthos not familiar with that. Yes, let's.
Or maybe we can ask about the price of that blacksmithery as well.
Okay. Oh, come on, keyboard.
Leonardo was just walking around town trying to find the others, I guess.
All right.
So there's no idea where they are.
So you go to the Kobold Cave, and you have noticed that the kobolds have started actually working more as a cohesive unit. You notice that they have papers and maps laid out of different places, joints they've been casing, so to speak. They have laid out detailed maps of not only the outside of the structures, but ways to get in through tunneling systems, sewer systems, and things like that. Some of these maps range anywhere from just outside of Blackwater to Northport, all the way to Braidwood. Nothing in Blackwater. They ask for extra digging tools, shovels, and maybe pickaxes and things like that. They would like to expand operations. They also sent out, the leader also sent out 2 scouts to search for more kobolds willing to join their order. Now you have about 20 kobolds.
Oh my god, Order, you've started a cult.
He has a kobold army.
The Kobold Kingpin cult. Well done.
No, yeah. Nope, they say that would only distract them from their work, and they seem to be self-sufficient in hunting around the area. You see several new pelts that they have begun to stretch and dry. So they are hunting local wildlife and feeding themselves and carrying out your plans. Okay. Aww, little peanut pup.
Irthos is jealous.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Nice.
All right. Sweet. Perfect.
Hmm.
Yeah. This doesn't make any sense. How is that one?
All right. So Lo-Kag, as you're asking around about Alatar the Great,
Mhm.
wind of you asking about him, and he comes to speak with you directly. He tells you that he hired this wizard, and this is a wizard from Faerun, and he hired him to come here and work on a secret project that he would like kept secret. He tells you that the last known place that this wizard was the wizard tower just outside of town, south of the barracks. So if you look at the town map that we're on, that is right here. And so he asks you, oh, sorry.
You cut out, Anthony.
Sorry, can you ping that again, Chey? Because I couldn't see it at the time.
Thanks.
I'll be right back. Hang on.
So like over here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of there. Okay. I will relay this information that to everyone else who's in the guild hall here.
Interesting. So that he was last seen at this place. I mean, I wasn't actually listening very hard. Sorry. It was.
I
last
described.
seen.
It's outside the town, past upon the hills,
Right.
overlooking the
that's where-
crags. Yes.
That's where he was last seen, rather than.
Yes.
Yes, and he was working on secret project for Leon Rend. And so Commander Rend has asked that you guys, because he trusts you, he wants you guys to search the tower. And if you find, if you find the secret, something that this wizard was working on, to please keep it a secret and not let everyone know about it.
Is it his porn stash?
It's not.
Okay.
He got it from the same
Right.
place that Donatello got his Groucho mustache.
Okay. Did Lo-Kag, did they happen to mention anything about the wizard having a map? A big
Commander Ren said Ren.
It was curious. Why Cat obsessed with glass map?
Well, sounds impressive, doesn't it? Anyway, should we...
It may be worth us to see. Not only will there be a reward, the guild tribe will see us in better light. We will be able to speak of our fame more. Yes, we should.
It has seen many wonders in time with this group. Might be something new to hunt. It does follow.
Okay. I'm bored, so let's do it.
Leonardo is going with them.
Okay.
Are you sure you can do this, Leonardo? You look a bit tired.
I am fine. Do not worry about me. I will hack and slash my way through them.
Alright, as long as you're sure. Let's go then.
All right. Is there any?
I was just about,
Is
so many got
horse
coconuts.
distance or walking distance?
Or is it coconut distance?
Let's see. From the front gates of town, it would be.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, I'll put. I'll take Correggio out for a little run.
It'll be about. If you walk, it'll be about 2 hours.
Okay, well, I mean the other guys are walking, so I'll take Correggio. Show them how much better it is to be on a horse, and generally annoy them as well.
Clippity, clippity.
You sounded like Sean Connery there. Clippity, cloppity, Mr. Bond.
Sean Connery, were you a horse?
So as you approach the wizard tower, you hear a hum. Like the humming of magic.
Oh. Something magic is humming over there.
Tell
I
what
don't
it
like
is.
this.
Like any kind of. I mean, it's like a device, or do I see any weird lights, or is it just the tower seems strangely,
Yeah,
noisy?
it seems like maybe it's you kind of feel like maybe there's some kind of protection spell on it.
I see.
You think there's a protection span on it, do you, Lo-Kag?
Yes. Some type of...
Do you think maybe we... I don't know. I know this is an outlandish, but make that pet of yours useful by seeing if it could pass through this barrier?
Well, we could try. Come now, little Zebby. Then I speak to it in Giant, and he starts moving towards this the tower. And as I do that, I sit down cross-legged, and my eyes roll back, and I'm going to start seeing through his eyes, Zebby's eyes, and senses.
Okay, so as Zebby, you find a little hole in between the two main doors.
Okay.
The hole is big enough for Zebby to squeeze through.
All right.
And can you see anything on this map?
I mean,
Not until you put your token down, right? Okay, so
I mean,
put your
my token's there.
right
Like my Zebby token is like in the tower, I guess. Put him on the tower.
Oh,
Is it-
I tried to move you to another page. Did it not work?
I believe not. So,
I was about to say, yeah, I don't see anything else either.
Here, maybe you put your token on this map, and then maybe
all
it'll
right, so
work.
I'll put Zebby by me. I think you have to move our name up into the map, right?
Yeah.
Drag us over.
Yeah,
Drag
I tried that.
Lo-Kag up to whatever map you want me to be in.
Now I don't even see your name. Yeah. Now I see Urzadox, Chey, Leonardo, Glaive, Irthos, and the Witness.
Or you
His
can
name
also
has
just
disappeared. I dragged it somewhere, and now it's gone.
do players.
Let me refresh. See if that works. Lo-Kag, there we go.
Reset video avatar.
Do I have to go to the other page to drag? Because I don't think I was on that page already when I. Maybe that had something to do with it. All right. Oh, where did it go?
Well, I am deaf and blind, but I haven't lost my feeling.
Right. So you go inside and you find yourself in the main floor of what seems to be just a normal tower.
Mhm.
That it looks like someone has been lit.
Mhm. Okay, I let Zebby smell. I mean, does Zebby smell anything? Rotting food or dead anything, or smells dusty? I mean, Zebby can try and do a perception check.
Oh, that's where it went. Hang on. Okay. Drag him from the bottom. There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Zebby is listening and smelling to see if he notices anything unusual. But Zebby does not have dark vision, so Zebby cannot see, but he can smell and hear.
So you're seeing through Zebby's eyes, which means you don't have dark vision either, or do you have dark vision through Zebby?
No,
How you're
because Zebby doesn't have dark vision, but what he does have is proficiency and an advantage on smelling and hearing.
Okay.
And so for me, right? My understanding is when I use Zebi and I see through him. What it is that I can see through his eyes and hear what it hears until the start of my next turn. But and I also gain any special benefits. But of course, he doesn't have dark vision, but he can carefully hear things and kind of like make himself around. He has a.
So you
I'm
still
gonna stealth.
hear
He's
the
not a
humming.
bat. He can't hear stairs.
No, yeah, I
Right.
can't hear stairs.
So
There's anything
you still
moving.
hear the humming.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I
the
mean, yeah.
humming sounds kind of like a.
Okay, so
It
he can.
seems to be kind of pulsing at like maybe a heartbeat. And then under your feet, you feel a stone floor, and then there's a rug.
Okay, so Zebi is going to try and move towards that where the sound, and he's going to try and do it stealthily.
Okay.
Of course, I might have a disadvantage because I can't see. But he will try at least a stealth. I mean, he's a little small creature; he can't make too much noise. But oh well, doesn't make he makes some noise.
Confusing for Zebi because the sound seems to be coming from every wall. It seems to be it like bounces around. It like echoes off of this wall, hits this wall, hits this wall, and it just kind of keeps going around in a star form around the circle. But there doesn't seem to be a single point of origin.
Okay, and he smells nothing unusual. Besides dust.
Has he been in many wizards?
I mean, I don't think so.
As far as unusual, he doesn't smell any other creatures or any living things nearby. But there are a lot of different smells. Like there's one that's old and musty, and it just smells like old storage. And that seems to be coming from upstairs. And then there seems to be like an earthy, and like there's no earth inside the tower, so that strikes him as a little odd.
Okay.
That there would be an earthy smell kind of emanating from the place, but
okay. Unwashed shoes.
Stinky, sweaty feet.
Okay, well, Zebi is going to carefully try and make his way back. I mean, he didn't really go too far, right? Just moved a little forward beyond the hole. So he's going to get himself back to the hole that I assume he can see the little hole and get himself out of there.
Oh, the door? Yeah.
Or, the whatever hole he came through.
Yeah, the little hole in between the two main doors.
Yeah.
Like where the doors go together, there's like a little hole.
Gotcha. And he's gonna go back out and as soon as I know he's back out towards me, I will sort of like disconnect my perception or rather my senses from his, and then I will relay all this information to everyone else.
As he comes to, I go, "Oh shit!" and drop all the carrots on him. Right, so there's an earthy smell. A buzzing sound we can smell from here.
Yeah.
Some sort of protection magic involved. From where we are, does it look like there are any other entrances? Because I presume that was the ground floor, was it? And it was too dark to see any stairs or anything. What about further up the building? Are there any windows further up the tower? Any means of getting up there
So
that don't involve the inner stairway?
There aren't actually any windows. This wizard tower was built for privacy. The only other opening that you possibly see is that at the top there seems to be like a space at the top that could be, maybe the top is also used for something, like there's a stairwell to the roof. It has kind of that the arrow slit kind of top to it, like castles do, for people to like hide behind the the piece of brick and then shoot through the space.
but it doesn't look big enough for a creature to get through.
Right.
Okay, even tiny Lo-Kag. Right. I turn to Lo-Kag and say, well, I suppose we just got to go and open the door. Or at least see if there's any doors around the other sides. And I say, where's Leonardo? Is he here or is he asleep?
He is here. Why would you assume I'm asleep?
Oh, no reason. Anyway,
Did
taking a
a
long
little
time.
fucking birdie speak out of turn?
what?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Fucking Anthony.
Well, it looked like well, I mean, we're just you look like you were out drinking a lot last night, so maybe a bit tired.
For you.
I did feel very refreshed when I woke up, so I guess it was a useful long rest.
Irthos, you're with us, are you?
Yes, the cross is right here.
All right. So you guys gonna
Alright.
open the door?
I'm still not on the map, by the way.
We're just changing maps.
Well, we're
yeah, I
moving
think
Oh,
we
okay.
just,
Oh,
now.
okay. I
I'll
thought we
tie
already
up.
changed maps. Never mind.
Hang on. Whoop,
I'll tie up Horatio outside.
Get over here. And you guys can put your token here if you're opening the door. And then I'll have to move you guys up or downstairs and such.
Some crap just happened. Where else?
Was it over here?
Right here.
I got signed out of fucking.
Okay.
I don't know what. Walking
Oh fuck! I already put Leonardo. There it is. Okay. Is it dark on the map? Because I can't see shit. But I don't have dark vision. Yeah.
Shay, I'll have dark vision because I have the spell.
Hey.
Yay, light torch. That is like the coolest little macro ever. Light torch. Snuff torch. It's so cool. I think it does. I think I remember.
Come on, come on.
Where's that walking glove puppet gone? Oh, there it is. Where's
my?
Lo-Kag?
Oh, Zebby's here.
Yeah, I can't see my character.
Oh,
Oh, are you on the map?
No, but I don't have access to my character.
What? Lo-Kag?
Yeah, this is weird.
Hang on, let me check.
I mean, in
Roll20
terms
is
of
being really slow.
Edit.
yeah, like I see Glaive and I see Irthos perspirant, but I actually can't see my character.
Leonardo, maybe if we all
Weird.
move, make sure that we haven't put someone on the same square. If you see what
No,
I mean.
it's like I just mean in the list of available things. Like there's Lo-Kag. Like I'm not seeing. I can't grab my my name and pull it
Here,
over.
I'll drag you out.
It's very weird. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, here I am.
It's in Blackwater under characters.
Yeah, it's now he's there. He's there now.
Okay, good.
That was very strange. So.
All right. All right, so inside you see a basic stone floor. The place isn't very well lit. It's pretty dark. There is a staircase that goes both up and down on this first floor.
Well, should we go down or should we go up? Or should we check the room for anything interesting first?
Let's go down first. I think that sounds like a better idea.
I'll just have a quick look round, though, I think, just to see, is there anything that indicates he's been working on something specific? Is there anything that might help us in, future? Is there anything cool, basically? And is there anything that indicates what he's been working on?
Nope.
What are these?
This seems to be just a very basic entry hall. There's nothing in this room but a rug and the 4 stone pillars that are going straight up, kind of holding the whole
Yeah.
tower.
And they don't seem particularly interesting. Okay.
Nope.
So let's go down, I suppose.
All right, let's do that.
As the actress said to the bishop.
I'm gonna scroll up so I can grab all you guys.
We're going down.
So you come down into a basement, and there are lots of boxes around for storage.
Right, guys, we're on an adventure.
What the fuck?
There are boxes around for storage. What do you think we should do? A. Leave them alone completely. B. Investigate them.
Irthos has strange eyes to smash boxes.
No. You have been
Let's see,
acting
babe.
very strangely since the other night when we were carousing. Is everything okay with you?
Irthos. Okay. I'm looking around for Urzadox. Yeah, Irthos, perfectly fine.
Okay. Well, shall we start looking for clues amongst these boxes? I'll quite happily help you, Irthos. If you lead the search, then I'll hold the magnifying glass for you.
Okay.
Investigation is not my thing, but I could give it a go.
I can try and help.
Oh, in that case, I push Irthos away and say, "Get out of the way," and offer my magnifying glass to Lo-Kag.
All right. And Lo-Kag will try and do an investigation check if that is allowed.
Okay.
I will carefully look for, the smell at anything looks its components, anything that indicates like where these boxes came from. If there's kind of weird writing or a stamp on them.
Okay.
Paperwork lying around.
You notice that in some of these crates, there are things that you know to be components used in the Great Weave.
Mm-hmm.
There are many different components. There's really nothing precious. They all seem to be, basic components for different things.
Okay. I just relay that these are the materials of wizardry.
All right.
They are mundane. There is nothing here precious, but all of them are useful.
Well, maybe you should grab what you need and we'll check out the other floor.
I mean, I guess I'll could possibly pocket something that I need or it's unusual. I could say, but we can always come back. Let us find this wizard.
All right.
All right. So, Lo-Kag, you pocket a sprig of holly.
All right.
Deck the halls.
Take it. All right.
All right. So, anybody else investigating anything else?
What,
Could
in
I
this room?
just
Yep. He investigated, the components and the barrels. Looked around. For that, anybody looking for anything
What is
else?
this thing? What is this thing in the
Could
middle?
I perceive to see where this earthy smell that he mentioned is coming from? Whether it's coming from the floor?
Oh, yes, you are going to investigate that earthy smell. Since you are investigating an earthy smell, I will let you roll a nature check.
That's helpful.
Ooh. So you notice the earthy smell seems to be coming from this corner over here.
Irthos smells dirt from corner. Sorry, Chey, I didn't see the ping.
Let me ping that again, right?
Oh, yeah. Over here, Irthos smell dirt.
I go up and take a look. Is there a box, a barrel? Is it a pile of dirt? Is there something dug
you
through the basement?
Roll another investigation, please.
Right.
So there seems to be a stone tile on the floor that sits higher than the rest.
Okay. I point at it with my bow, and I say, Leonardo, come help me. Let us pull this apart. Something is perhaps hidden beneath this stone.
I thought you were telling him to step on it first.
No.
Leonardo, you go first.
All right.
We don't
I will
want to
help
be
you.
called napping.
You fuckers. Bastard.
So what are we doing? Shall I just try and flip it off with my glaive, or what's going?
I mean, you could. I just point out it. Say, Leonardo, Glaive. This is unusual. Perhaps one of you should loosen the stone, pick it up.
Because it did sound a lot like you were saying, sacrifice yourself. All right, I will move within 10 feet of it, wherever that is, and use my glaive to sort of pop up the tile from as far away as possible, see what's underneath it.
Okay, so as you try to lift the tile, you realize that it is attached by like a spring. So underneath, it kind of wobbles when you try to lift it up, and there's like a like a kind of squeaky spring sound as you try to lift it.
Guys, there's a spring attached to this tile, and I'm not very clever. So, ideas?
Can I perceive to see if it's a trap?
You can.
Would that be an investigation, or what do I roll?
Yeah, investigation. Okay, so yeah, you know that maybe putting pressure on this plate would do something, but what, you don't know. This is, after all, a wizard's tower, and you can expect anything from, a mechanical trap to a magical one.
What about if... Did you say putting pressure on it, Irthos?
Yes, apparently. It looks like something
What if
step on
I,
it, something happened.
flipped it up rather than put pressure on it?
I shrug.
Pressure under it. Or we could do, just throw Zebby on it and see what happens.
No.
That's a curious way for one
he'll
cat to treat another cat.
Leonardo, but he's not going to find fine. All right.
How? It does got a different suggestion. How about we move one of the crates on top and see if something happens?
Or throw one of the crates on top. All right.
But it does say we all stand far away.
All right. So I carefully leave the trap alone.
Perhaps we should move back to the stairs, and Glaive, you can use your weapon to shove the box on top.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll pick up this little barrel here, move over here, and then lob it at the tile.
Okay.
And it just completely falls down.
All right. So as the creature plays, the wall seems to shimmer, and you recognize the wall has been an illusion the entire time, and it is actually an open corridor into a secret underground hideout.
Guys, there may be a Batman around here.
Where'd everybody go?
What is a Batman? Could you please explain that to me? Oh, Chey, you forgot my torch.
I
Where'd
know you
everybody
might
go?
still be sleepy, Leonardo,
There we
but
go.
I've
Got 'em.
literally put the word bat and man together. What do you think a Batman could be?
A man who is bad?
Does this world have cricket? Is this a popular sport here?
What?
Does this world have cricket?
What's a cricket?
Well, in
Chirp.
most instances, it's an
Chirp,
insect.
chirp.
Anyway, don't worry, guys. I'll go ahead stealthily.
Glaive, hold on. Hold on, buddy.
Rattle, bang, loud
Don't
noises,
worry, I'm going.
stones falling.
Really stealthy. Okay, I'm sort of waiting for you to catch up. Oh, I'm so stealthy.
I'm gonna. No, I'm not even gonna stealth. Hearing all the clanking from Glaive and shit like that, I'm not even gonna bother trying.
You can tell me I'm not being stealthy, but is this a drop down here?
It is.
How far down is that?
Irthos was really close to falling in. Just
How far down?
you don't know how far it goes down. You can't see the
Oh.
bottom. It is very
Oh.
dark down there.
Hey, where's that
Right.
little furry thing?
From
So
this point on, I'm quickly
people-
gonna run ahead,
Zebby.
being as stealthy as possible.
How are you gonna? How did you get down?
Or
there?
well, I'm not gonna run. I just walk past. 'Cause, you know, you can just walk on the sides.
Yeah, that's what I said. You walk round
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah, I did. So I'm gonna walk ahead.
Oh, I think I've
Sounds
lost
good.
my night. Shay, I think I've lost my night vision. So I can't
It's
see
Probably
anything.
not. It's probably because I have the torch. Actually, how can I be
No.
stealthy while carrying a
It's
torch?
probably because you changed.
Yeah.
You actually have disadvantage, so you're at a 12.
Can I throw something down here? See how I'm going to throw.
Sure.
What am I going to throw? Shit, I've got a lot of tents. Hang on. I don't think I need. I'm going to throw the bad berry down there because that must be getting pretty manky by now.
Bad
Okay.
Henry.
Do I hear it hit anything?
You do not. You throw it down there, and you can't tell if it's still falling or if it has silently squished far below.
Okay, I will lean over and shout down and say, "Hello? Any monsters or dying wizards? Or squished bad berries?"
It's about 1 whole minute, and you hear a faint echoing of your own voice.
Well, I like the sound of my own voice, but that's too long to wait.
Shh, quiet. Glaive.
I think we can take 2 rays.
What,
There's
why do you want us to be quiet? There's a man with a torch there.
The cavern may be deep. They may not see the light, but they will hear the sound.
so we can go this way or the other way. This way, or we can go over here and go that way. Which is
I
gonna
don't
be.
mind.
There is some light coming from over here, so maybe there's something there.
Guys,
Let us go north.
I
then.
think we should go this way, which is west, because there's like tables and stuff.
Um,
Isn't that east?
That's not west, that's east. Yeah, I just suddenly thought,
Crazy kitty.
what?
Ooh, guys, there's lots of wizardy stuff.
What is this? I start looking over it carefully.
So, all of these pages laying around seem to be scattered pieces of a wizard's spellbook.
I begin to gather it about.
Can I look about to see if there are any interesting concoctions, potions, that sort of thing?
Yes, you can.
Is that perception, or what do you want?
Yeah, just a perception for right now.
Oh, goody.
Okay. So you do perceive several bottles, some half full and some completely full of liquid, all varying in amounts and color and consistency.
Okay. Guys, I found some. I don't know what it is, but there's like various stuff that we should have Urzadox have a look at.
Why didn't Mountain Rogue come with us?
He was checking on the Kobold Mafia.
God damn it.
Oh, he did come back though, didn't he?
I don't think he. No.
Oh, you didn't go with them at all? Okay.
You know, he's
Oh.
using his very special herbalism kit at home. Chilling with the pigeons. I love that.
All right. So take a quick break as you're at home and you feed the pigeons and, you go inside to, maybe light a fire in, your hearth and your pipe. And as you're sitting there puffing away and warming yourself by the fire, you hear a knock on the door and suddenly are you home?
Do you like Schnitzengruben?
All right. All right. You answer the door and fade to black. What happens inside is between you and her. Okay. So anybody else investigating any
Bam,
of this
chicka,
wizard?
wah, wah. No, I'm holding watch to see if nobody comes in.
Is this a wizard hole?
A wizard hole. It
Yeah.
is a hole.
Is there a wizard in it?
I don't know.
Can I see how far it goes down this time, or is it not?
Nope, you can't see. It's very dark down the hole.
All right. Well, I don't have any more bad berries, so I will drop a piton/python because I still don't know how to say it down there.
Okay. You hear sound as it hits the bottom, but it's not hard ground. It's like sand. And the way that the hole is kind of formed, you can see that there was something
Piton.
here that like sank down in and created this hole. So from that, roll me an intelligence check, please.
Oh, well, that's Glaive's speciality. Hold on a
Mhm,
second.
I know. From that, you think that it's safe to jump down in there.
Right, I'll go, guys, watch this backflip. And I backflip into the hole, apparently.
No.
All right,
Uh,
so you jump down into this sinkhole, and you found your baton.
Aha! I found my baton, guys. Don't worry.
how
And
far did he fall? Or did he climb?
It was about 50 feet, but the ground at the bottom is very soft, and it seems his feet seem to be like kind of sinking into it. It's not like quicksand. He's not stuck. He can pull his feet out, but he just seems to keep, every time he takes a step, he keeps sinking in the sand.
No, Lo-Kag, you
Just-
arsehole.
I'm just.
If you
just
drop
wa-
a cat outside, if you drop a cat over a certain height, it survives, right? I think it's like above the 3rd or 4th floor
No.
or something.
Luckily, he doesn't take any damage because the ground beneath is not solid. It's very soft, so it's like jumping into very thick water.
Okay.
Or like semolina. Okay. Well, I go, oh, this is nice. I found a python. Can I see anything else down here?
You see like a cauldron. And
Well,
you assume that the cauldron,
Weird.
because it's, about the same size as the hole that you jumped through, is probably what sunk and made the sinkhole.
Okay. I mean, it's Glaive, so he's going to have a look in the cauldron.
All right, the cauldron is empty. Whatever liquid was inside of it has long since dried up.
Can I, because I think I've got quite a good sense of smell, can I have a sniff? See if I recognise what's in there.
Sniffer.
Yes.
What check do you want for that?
Let's see, what would senses? Survival?
No, don't like that one. Try again.
Nope, try survival. All right. You smell it and it stinks. And it kind of makes you nauseous because it's very old.
Oh, that's disgusting. Does the cauldron look valuable or anything?
Nope, it's just a basic
Right. Well, I'll climb out then.
cast iron cauldron.
Okay.
How are you climbing out?
With my 20-foot climbing speed.
Climb.
What are you grabbing onto?
The walls.
I mean,
The
is
walls are made of
Using my
sand.
claws. Okay.
If you dig your claws into the wall, it just kind of crumbles away and to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, I kind of need a bit of help, rope-wise.
All right.
You're gonna need like all of it.
I start digging through my pack and grab some rope. I have a hempen rope, like 50 feet, and
You won't need to attach it to anything.
Yeah,
All right, so you drop the rope down into the hole, and the rope just touches the ground or the sand where your feet are.
Oh, before I start climbing, can I just quickly feel around in the sand, see if there's anything else down there that
you can roll an investigation.
Potentially something like cat shit or something.
Yeah.
Before you do that, I'll guidance him. Oh, too late.
Well, that's right. I'll take the guidance because it will still be the maximum of 10. So, you do. You can't.
Oh, damn it. I don't know what. All right.
I'm rolling so well today. It's gratifying.
So you kind of kick the sand around looking for stuff, but you don't really see anything other than the cauldron.
Right, I will climb the rope. say thank you to Lo-Kag and say I did a thorough investigation. There is nothing down there but a sandy bottom and a cauldron, which I suspect may be the cause of this hole or whatever it contained, which I can tell you smells identical to something disgusting. All in all, this has been a very productive trip.
Well, we must see more. We have still not solved the mystery. Wizard.
Okay, so you've had a look around for books, and I've got those potions that will show Urzadox later. Anything else we want to do in this room?
Can I see if I can perceive anything hidden? I look at the walls and I look at the corners of the room.
Yep. Go ahead and roll a perception.
Okay.
All right. You don't really notice anything other than what's already down here. The whole place is kind of secret, so really there's no.
Excuse me.
I guess whoever made this area didn't feel the need to put any additional secrets in this room.
Double secret
we go,
probation.
did anyone check for like research and stuff like that?
I mean, I've picked up all the papers, I suppose, right? And I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was. Did you check to see if there's anything that might help us locate the wizard or explain what he was doing?
I mean, this spell book, there isn't dire or just laboratory notes.
Just laboratory notes.
I shake my head. Nothing here.
Nothing in the laboratory notes that might tell us what they were doing in the laboratory.
It will take me time to read these. I mean, do I see anything? Like, I look at them. I've been reading them right while, all this has been happening.
You see, components and mixtures, some spells that maybe you already know. There are some that look more complex that maybe you haven't quite had the time to master yet.
Okay.
Some that have components that you've never even heard of before.
Okay.
All right. Well, shall we go to the north?
Or the
To
south?
the north.
To the north we go.
And as we get through these boulders, I will do what I always do and stealth.
Clank, clank.
Oh yeah.
Clickety, clankety, clank.
I don't think I've ever heard a louder cat. What's this?
Wait, where'd you guys go?
So you find those are decorative jugs.
Follow me, Lo-Kag. You blind fucker.
Irthos see camp to the east. Or, in Glaive speak, camp to the west.
Right, well, I see what you mean now. Why am I thinking of Urzadox and wondering what he's doing right now as I look at these jugs? Oh well. Let's go.
Can you please in detail describe what you are currently doing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I will say, hello? People? Other than people? Anyone? Is the fire on, by the way? Is the fire on? Is the fire burning, by the way?
The fire is not.
Does it look cold?
It looks very cold. Like
Okay.
to the point where there's almost like stuff growing, like green stuff growing where the fire was.
Well then, can I have a quick search, or can we have a quick search of these sleeping bags and the surroundings, and then maybe get going, guys? Who would lead this search, I wonder? Who would be our best investigator, Lo-Kag? do you think?
Strange.
Guided by Irthos and helped by me. I think it would be you.
Yeah.
Lo-Kag
Indeed.
Holmes.
Indeed. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Sorry. There we go. I look around. I also pay attention, thinking about my survival skills, how long this may have laid here. Is there evidence of food left over? Did this look like they were just left here, or did it look like people left here in a hurry and just left their weapons behind? Is that what I see here?
So go
Also
ahead and roll
checking through every sleeping
a
bag.
survival.
So on top of that, like both my investigation, if however you do it, and then
Yeah, the survival is just for examining the dirt and looking to see if you can tell how long this stuff has been here. You can gather that it's been here for a while, a few months at least. Some of the weapons have begun to leave impressions in the dirt. Some of the weapons are partially covered by sediment that maybe has fallen from up above. And as are the sleeping bags, are all covered with a thick layer of dust and dirt.
And did he find anything in the sleeping bags?
Yeah.
No, there was nothing in the sleeping bags, but the weapons you do find a warhammer, 2 long swords, a dagger, and whatever this thing is. Battle axe?
Oh, that's it could be a glaive actually.
Like that.
Looks like a great axe or
Uh,
a paxel.
Poleaxe. It's a poleaxe, isn't it?
I'm gonna get out of the way.
It's a broken poleaxe. Because I think if you zoom in,
This thing?
you can see the handle bending underneath the sleeping bag.
I think so. A battle axe.
It's
a battle
broken.
axe.
Okay. Oh,
But it's
this
a
is
gigantic.
giant hand axe.
I say, look at that size of that axe, Lo-Kag. Can you get that back so Urzadox might be able to use it? Or is it too big?
So if that one's a battle axe, then what is this one?
I will roll them up in one of the sleeping bags and take it.
Yeah, that's a spear.
Oh, spear. Okay.
If you're sure you can handle it, then that's great. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I start gathering up the weapons. I'll use one of the sleeping bags or whatever the fabric and to roll the weapons up so it's easy to deal with. Yeah, sling it over my shoulder.
All right. You roll the sleeping bag up, and all the weapons are inside, nice and tight, and it makes a nice little. The sleeping bag makes a nice little sling.
Okay.
Are you taking all the weapons?
I mean, I say take what you will, and I will take it back to the guild hall.
Yeah, I'm good.
He can carry pretty much everything.
I'm gonna grab one short sword and sling it over my back.
Sure.
And
This
I
looks
look
so
at
awfully
everyone
like a-
confidently and point in this direction and say, to the east.
Hey, you got the way right. Good job, Kitty.
I didn't. I purposefully didn't.
No. It's, I guess Leonardo was a little bit tired after all.
You'd never have guessed. What am I doing? Oh yeah, we're going down here, aren't we? Can I be on the lookout for traps at this point? Because it's starting to look a bit trappy.
Hey,
Well.
she's my trap queen. Oh wait, sorry, you old people probably don't know that, so my bad.
Oh, dang. And also, when people say, "Oh, you don't get it, blood. You don't understand how people talk nowadays." It's like,
Exactly.
I know, but that is absolutely by choice because you sound like fucking idiots. Anyway,
Yeah,
sorry, that was my old man moment.
I don't talk like that, brother.
Sorry?
I said I don't talk like
You're really breaking up, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I understood that.
Oh wait, is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the internet connection go up.
Right. So, checking for traps as we go. How often should we check for traps, guys?
As often as you can manage it. And I will put my hand on his shoulder and I'll go, do tell us what you can see. And keep the lookout.
It's absolutely safe, everyone. Don't worry. I have checked it.
Whatever you say, Glaive.
I mean, these boxes and these jugs. Can I quickly take a look at them? I mean, is this just more
Sure.
spell components and?
Roll an investigation.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so these boxes are full of random items. There are a lot of them are labeled. They have little tags written on them, and basically it's saying where these items are from. And there are items from, many cities in Faerun, many cities on the continent that you are currently on. There are items from various places around Blackwater. Just little trinkets, nothing like expensive or particularly valuable.
Okay. It's very strange. And these jars. And is there anything unusual? These jars are just empty.
So these are more decorative jugs. Some of them do have liquids inside.
I pour a bit of the liquid out on the floor. Water? Is it thick? Is it oil?
So what color jug are you emptying out right now?
I guess there's these blue jugs. I guess I'll do something with the blue jug.
Whoa, don't move nearer me, you asshole. Ah!
All right,
You're
so
about to open an unsuspected...
as you
Sorry.
pour out a little of the liquid in the blue jug, you notice that it is the same color and consistency as like basic healing potion.
Huh.
You don't know for certain that that's what it is, but you do know from seeing healing potions that this does seem to be about the color and consistency.
And how about the green jug? Pour a little bit about on the floor again. To this
green
rock.
one. Maybe you
Okay,
should give the
so
green one to your little pet to try.
the green jug is actually filled with sort of a green, minty smelling liquid.
I do not know what these things are. We need Urzadox's expertise.
Well, I don't know what he's doing that could possibly be more interesting than this, but it certainly wouldn't involve as many jugs anyway. Right, so we go north or south?
With my knowledge of Arcana,
So lilac jugs and yellow jugs.
okay. I mean, would my knowledge of Arcana in any way help here? Like, I'm not a potion maker, but know of magic, and I've been studying and talking to Urzadox.
I don't think for potions. I think for potions that would be more herbalism.
Sure.
Arcana would be more like maybe investigating the magical aura in the place, or
Would
have,
Glaive
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
would Irthos have some knowledge of whether there was some some natural elements that may be involved here?
You would if you investigate the green jug. It is a minty smelling liquid, which is a plant. So you might be able to figure out what that is if you want to investigate it.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll go smell it. Ah,
Unless it smells like sewer water, I have no idea.
Okay,
I'm
so
just-
in the green jug is a fermented mint tea.
Irthos think this one is mint tea that went bad.
Would Glaive have any idea what any of these are, given the fact that if he sees some liquid, he normally just drinks it in the hope that it's alcoholic? I'm guessing not. Okay.
Yeah, we still have yellow and lilac jugs to check if you want to take a swig.
How badly do we want to know what's in these jugs, guys?
It is not that important.
Not at the moment.
I mean, I'm kind of curious now. Now that we've... I will have a lilac lick. I'll lick a lilac one.
I would be careful with that.
I'm going to drink some lilac.
Okay, so the lilac passes your lips and instantly you feel at peace. As it goes down your throat, you feel your whole body relax and then you fall asleep.
Fuck.
As you are asleep, you dream the most amazing dream. So whatever it is that you have had from your past, from your childhood, just your best memories all rolled up into one, and you are dreaming the most amazing dream, and you never, although you don't know that it's.
Awesome.
Glaive, wake up.
I don't
Glaive
know whether
does
I can
not
be
wake
woken
up.
No.
Just kick him.
Terrific. I told him not to drink it. Yep.
In my defense, I do like lilac as a colour. So, you know.
Maybe
not
someone
much
should.
nice.
Maybe someone should go and find Urzadox. Sounds like we kind of need him right now.
I pick up the kitty and throw him over my shoulder.
You got shitloads of other potions you could experiment on with me unconscious. Just pour it into me and see what happens.
Actually, I'll
So-
grab a bit of the red healing potion looking thing and I'll pour it, drip it into his mouth and see if that does anything.
So
Right.
when you pour the healing potion liquid down his throat, he actually stops breathing.
Great.
His chest is not
No.
moving,
No, what have you done?
and he seems completely lifeless.
No.
Oh, that bell. Did you hear that bell in the background? It was perfect timing.
I think I killed him.
I do a heal. I try and oh my gosh, I try and do a medicine check. Who knows? Who can heal him? Who has healing skills? What have you done?
I'll cast a healing word on him, see if that helps.
My God.
What a way to go, though.
This is troublesome.
Oh shit, that purple worm was the same colour as well. So this really would be fitting.
Purple is not your color, is it?
Apparently not. I quite like it. But...
No change.
Shit.
Does anyone here know this? Yeah.
Still more colours of potion, I'm just saying.
I try and slap him. I try and I slam on his chest. Breathe.
What's the yellow one? Have you tried the yellow one yet?
The yellow one? Nope, you've not tried the yellow one.
Yep, let's do that.
All right, you pour a couple of drops of the yellow potion into his mouth. As it trickles down his throat, you hear a loud gasp. And he's back.
Ah! Whoa! Man, that was cool. I had these
What
really
happened?
good dreams, and then it all went black, which is kind of how my mind is usually, so I normal. And then I saw yellow,
Oh,
and now I'm here.
I slap you. I'm like, okay,
Ow!
okay.
Alright, medium man, calm down. What's going on?
No, we thought you had died.
Oh.
You
Oh,
stopped.
sorry.
You stopped breathing.
This is very interesting. It just wonder whether it's combination of purple and red or just red. And I go to Glaive and go, here, drink the red thing. See what happens.
I look at Lo-Kag and say, should I drink the red thing?
I shake my head. No.
He's
Let
going to
us-
do my thinking for me today. So,
Let-
no.
Let us wait till Urzadox can come. We have already seen what they have done.
Okay, so upwards or leftwards? Because I'm done with points of the compass.
Upwards. That's something that looks interesting.
Okay. Ooh. I see a bear skin. Cool, man. It's like a.
What is
This
blue?
looks like the sort of room that Urzadox might enjoy. Sort of
Who took my torch? Fuckers. Somebody took my torch.
Can you see attached to you? Oh, there. Your torch is somehow attached to me.
Thank you. What the hell is this?
I continue to look around. What
Are these brains?
What is it? Shh. Stay back.
Those
Ah!
are brains.
They're what, sorry?
It is a very, very large brain. This is a very, very large brain in here, and it's in some kind of fermenting liquid.
Did you say fermenting liquid?
Yes.
Ooh.
I wonder how it tastes.
Then these other ones are weird looking things that you've never seen before. They kind of look like little pollywogs, but they have like arms and legs and like they kind of look human like.
What is this thing?
Mr. Brain or Ms.
Glaive.
Brain?
Glaive, don't lick it.
Mr. Brain / Ms. Brain / they brain?
Does this look like a magical creation? Do I think does this look like the results of a magic spell? Some sort of. Does this liquid look magical?
What? You're a Goliath, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't think you would have spent much time around, marshlands or amphibious type creatures or anything
I
like
did.
that. So I
I am an
think-
amphibious creature.
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
and
you
I'm
are.
and I'm
What
a
are these
swamp
things?
creature.
Tell me. Would I have seen any of these in the sewers when I was working with the rat folk?
In the sewers, no.
All right. Would I have seen them in all of the lands I've travelled?
Does it look like a
The
distant
jungle,
cousin to
actually,
Urzadox?
as I should say. Would I see these from in the jungle in Chey?
So these look like bullymong. Like you've heard of them before. They're like bullywugs.
Hey,
Goopy frog people.
fuck you, Kai.
They live in the swamplands.
And what about this brain? And is it colour-wise a brain? Is it like pinky grey, like it's supposed to be?
It is.
Guys, why don't we just put different... Why don't we put, like, the blue Healy potion in the brain thing and just see what happens for a laugh?
No, we do not know what this thing is.
I know, that's why it would be funny to see what happened.
Let us not do that. No,
Oh, alright.
let it be. Until we know more.
Can I go over to this desk and have a look and see what the writings on it are, if any?
I go join Glaive.
Mm.
And I look through the notes that I've grabbed already. Anything
So
to
there
talk about?
are some notes on just some basic notes on the bullywugs and like their skin, the goo that comes off of them. Like somebody was like extensively trying to study these creatures.
Hmm.
Does it say to what end?
It doesn't really say why. They're all just really like clinical notes. It reads kind of like an autopsy kind of anatomy, reproduction, all that
Okay.
sort of
I'll look at Irthos. Irthos, these frog things or whatever they are they animals or monsters or what?
Would I know? Are they aberrations? Chey, would I know what they are?
They are actually a race. It's like, just giant toad people, like, your Lizardfolk. These are
Right.
these are frog people.
So we need to work out what language they speak. I will walk up to one and say, right, so I'm going to ask you what language you speak. What language do you speak?
It just swims around in the water and doesn't seem to realize that you're speaking to it.
I knock on
Glaive.
the glass and say, I am speaking to you. What language do you speak?
Can I, while he's doing this, and I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to go to him and say, try louder and slower. Sometimes
Okay.
that works. And then I'm,
La cerveza, por favor.
and while he's doing this, I'll ritual cast speak with animals and see if that helps.
I'm gonna look at this table shade to see if there's any notes of brain or anything. Like why the fuck there's a brain being kept there?
Okay. So the brain is the brain of a deceased, very intelligent wizard.
Ooh.
But it's bigger than a human brain. Like,
It appears bigger
How do we
to
know that it's a wizard's brain?
there's notes. He was looking at the table for notes specifically about the brain. So the brain is a wizard's brain that they were studying, and there is a spell cast on the vat to enlarge it so that they can study it easier.
You know what I'm scared about? Who are these people that are studying these things and where the fuck are
Well, I have a feeling it might have something to do with the wizard who owns the tower and the fact that
yes.
the guild asked us not to look too much into what was going on here.
Yeah.
So we'll decide what we do about that when we get back. I think we better ask whether Rend knows about it. But, anyway, for now, if none of these little bullywugs are responding in their little tubes, is there like a lid on it, like a fish tank, or is it an open, like a fish bowl?
There seems to be a not like a lid, but there's like a screen lid so that there's air that still gets down in there.
Okay. Basically, what I'm asking is, can I pick one up by the head and say hello?
You could.
Okay. I would like to pick one up by the head and say, hello?
As you pick it up by the head, it starts trying to fight to get away. It starts taking its little arms and like whacking your claws. And then
Calm
it
down.
says,
Aha! So you do speak.
I have speak with animals. Do I have speak with animals up yet?
um, So, speak with animals, since this is an actual race. Yeah, I don't think that speak with animals would apply in this situation.
Fair enough. No, fair enough.
I mean, I
didn't know.
guess
I'm just
maybe you
trying.
could try speaking frog. I think they are able to speak to. Oh no, wait.
I
Can communicate simple concepts to frogs and toads.
will put the little creature back, and then say,
It flips you off. You don't know what you said, but you seem to have offended
"The
it.
fuck, man? Why don't you speak common?" Ugh. Okay. Can you understand me? Flip me off for yes. Don't flip me off for no.
He says,
That. So no. This was a poor system. Okay. I just want to know whether we should save your million. Any strong preference?
Um,
Ugh.
we can bring someone. Perhaps speak with him.
Maybe we should try this brain dude. What was his name again? Did it say?
It does not. It just says that this brain was being studied. Let us leave this be. We know not exactly what the purpose has had. We
Can
must
I
report.
touch the brain?
Sure.
Gently. Just to see if it communicates with me.
Okay, you poke the brain and it squishes a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Lucky.
Oh, come on, I love brains. Sesus. Anyway. Well, I've touched a brain, I've picked up a frog thing, and it flipped me off. So I really don't know what else to do. Shall we try another room?
Yes. Let us leave this.
Alright, and
I
as
think
we're
it might
leaving,
be-
I flip me off.
I guess we're going this way then?
So,
To the west?
That's not the west, that's the left. You can't confuse me.
what?
Is it just
What's
more
this
notes? Oh, ooh, a portal!
Oh my god, it's Spinal Tap.
Glaive Stater.
No one sees the Spinal Tap in this?
Must, could the,
It's
do you
the
think
Flu
the,
Network.
do you think this wizard is potentially a drummer as well?
Could be.
I'm gonna peek through it, see if I can
Speak
see.
clearly now. Don't say diagonally.
No, I said peek.
It was a Harry Potter joke.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Diagonally. Diagonally.
yeah. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
I would have appreciated it because it sounds like a pun, but I don't know
It is a
Harry
pun.
Potter, I'm afraid.
It is definitely a pun.
Life
How
is
can you be
shit.
English and not know Harry Potter, man? How does that work?
Right?
How can you be Dutch and not be stoned?
Hey, where you're making a mistake is that I am drunk right now, not stoned.
Well, that was literally my point.
Fuck you.
Anyway, yes, carry on.
All right. So you peek in, and it seems to be a magical portal. There's like a swirling purple center, and the outer aura is like a light blue.
Alright. And nothing
Okay.
happens to me after peeking through this thing?
You don't see anything other, just peeking your head in. You don't see anything other than the portal itself.
Lo-Kag, why don't you send Zebby through? Whilst you sit here and, do your weird white eye thing.
What if Zebby cannot come back?
Oh, he'll come back, don't worry. I have experience with these portals in Chey. People come back from 'em all the time.
Either way, it's no great loss.
I
What you got against Zebby?
Sorry?
Professional
Well,
cat
it
jealousy.
looks really edible.
oh god, the fuck
What
is that?
Zebby ever do to you?
Hold up. Yeah, all right.
We don't need a cat.
I mean, I take like one of the swords, and I'm just gonna like that I've wrapped up, and I'm just gonna push the sword because I've never seen it, so I just sort of pull, let it poke through, and then pull it back.
Okay, so you never let go of the sword. You poke it through the portal and then pull it back.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Whilst this is going on, can we say that I'm looking at the research notes? What
Yeah,
was that?
see over there.
Was that
The
Anthony?
Lo-Kag.
Was that Anthony there?
So what I do is that I take out my hempen rope.
Do you need to make another con save, mate? Oh, you did. That's what you were saying. I hadn't showed up, but you said it.
So I roll. I tie this to my hempen rope. I take out my hempen rope and I sort of like toss the sword to the gate because I've never seen a gate. I don't think Lo-Kag is really that knowledgeable about gates.
Okay.
And then like holding onto the rope, then I try and pull back the sword.
The sword comes back.
So following on from the experiment, Irthos picks up the rope and I tie it around my waist
Okay.
and I step through.
And I hold on to the rope.
Okay. As
Yeah.
you step through the portal, you enter a room that is empty except for a large web. The large web is sticky to the touch, but not so sticky that you can't move. You notice that in various places around the web are items. These items look to be enchanted.
Can I pull one off it?
Okay, so I'm going to move just you. Let me scroll out.
Wouldn't it be nice if Urzadox had, failing his constitution save, decided to come out and meet us at this critical juncture?
All
Hey,
right,
baby.
so here you go.
Can't we go
Irthos.
again? No, man, not with that con save.
Okay, so you see several items, and I would like for you to tell me which item you would like to touch. There is a chalice, a scroll, a sword, a rubber bat, and a pirate coin.
Rubber bat.
Okay.
Definitely the pirate coin.
Yeah, actually, I would say the pirate coin too. Actually,
Okay,
simply because
so
it would grab
you
my attention.
move across the sticky web,
Do I need to put myself in on anything, or
and you
Or-
touch the pirate coin, which is odd because it's square, but you know it's a pirate coin because it has a skull and crossbones. As you touch the pirate coin, you hear the rope behind you snap,
oh dear?
and suddenly you are transported to another place, and you end up on an island in what seems to be the middle of a vast ocean.
God damn it.
He is still holding the coin.
Wow.
Well, while I'm holding it,
Urzadox made the right call today.
can I inspect the coin? The curse of the druid.
Shit.
I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Also.
Was it anything on the coin of interest? $2,000.
So there is simply a skull and crossbones, and it looks like a strange piece of pirate gold. It is actually like rectangular in shape rather than circular like a actual coin.
So if I was to drop it, does anything happen?
So you drop it to the ground,
Yes.
and suddenly a web appears beneath your feet.
And I'm back in the room.
As you step onto the web, you transport right back to where you were, and the coin is in the very spot that it was when you picked it up.
Oh, he got back, did he?
He did.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back through the portal. I'm gonna tell the party. Very curious. Giant web with many things. Irthos touch square coin. Take me to island,
that's
middle
what
of ocean. I think they all might be portals to different places.
Well, we noticed the rope went slack and then didn't do anything about it, so that's interesting.
How did you return?
I let go of coin and then returned back to room.
Oh. Then we should.
Can I? Oh, sorry. Can I continue to look for or can we all look for research notes, etc., in this room, please?
Yeah. So you find vast amounts of books on the Bullywog race and their people and
Aha.
the language that they speak, which is Bullywog.
It's like a phrase book.
No, not a phrase book. It's
Donde
just
está la
explaining,
biblioteca?
just explaining their language and like what it sounds like.
Yeah?
There's really no translation
You.
of their language.
Okay.
Anything
else? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was also going to say, I'm going to tell you that there are about 3 or 4 other items in the room. Might be worth seeing where they lead to.
I'm just wondering, before we do that, whether one of you could learn Bullywog in like 5 minutes.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know how intelligence works. So.
Perhaps we should report this back to Commander Rend.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And I walk through the portal.
I'll walk through the portal
Alright.
behind him too, so I'll be like, Glaive, which one of these items appealed to you? Irthos know where coin go.
Did you still have the
So
coin?
there's a coin. And there's... Oh, where am I?
A scroll.
Alright, so
Oh, I found me. There I am.
yep, sorry, I moved you. Alright, so there's a chalice. It's like
That's
like bat, like
squeaky bat.
yeah.
So just a quick note, Adam. So you took the coin, it transported you, but then you dropped the coin to get you back.
Yes, but when I got back, the coin was still in the same place.
Okay, that I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I see.
So,
you can't get stuck.
Irthos, when you touched the coin, it was not when you grabbed it or anything. As soon as you touched, laid a finger on it, you went poof.
Yes, but coin was within my hand still.
What if we could, like, maneuver one of the things without touching it towards another of the thing, and then touch that thing and see if it transported the original thing with us into the realm of that thing? Does that make any sense?
I understand, but thing could also go boom, explode, kill all of us. Magic often volatile, I believe.
Alright, so we've got a scroll, a little bat,
A sword.
a sword, which is just so boring and obvious, and whatever this is.
That's the rectangular pirate coin.
That's the pirate coin. That's a chalice, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
that's
something
the
up here, a chalice. Should we touch the... let's hold hands and touch each other's chalice.
It does got a better idea. Let's hold hands and you touch the chalice on the web, not each other's one.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. I'm not good with words. Alright, let's do it.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are holding hands, and Glaive is going to touch the chalice.
Do I end up
Oh,
with
yeah, fuck,
Irthos's
surely.
hand somewhere in space? Sorry, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so Glaive, as you touch the chalice, you feel Irthos's hand disappear from yours, and you are now holding a chalice, and you are in the elven city of Ravenhall, which you know to be just south of Braidwood.
And I'm still holding the chalice. Is anyone around?
Yeah, you see a lot of elves moving about.
Excuse me, elf.
Yes.
Have you seen any wizards come through here recently? Weird ones who may be asked about frogs, bollywogs, or big brains.
No. The elf looks at you very strangely.
Why are you looking at me very strangely?
I've never quite seen a talking cat before.
Oh,
You're
that's a
very
shame.
interesting.
Thank you. That's what your mum said.
Oh, damn.
Oh, burn.
Mm.
And
Anyway,
witty
thanks.
too. What a witty kitty.
A witty kitty. That rhymes. God, you elves are obviously the pinnacle of intelligent conversation. Excuse me. And I'm going to move
Well-
on to a less annoying elf.
Okay, but before he comes back, when he vanished with the chalice, did the chalice remain on the web or did it vanish with him?
The chalice vanished with him.
Okay.
So, are there any like shops around? Anything that I'm trying to see that maybe if I put something into this chalice, or or if anyone could tell me about such a chalice. So, any shops or anything that catch my eye?
There are quite a few buildings and seem to be a lot of, moving about. Kitty.
So basically, these things just they're basically like teleportation circles. And the benefit of them is that they are teleportation circles. I don't think there is a way to extricate them from the web. Therefore, I'll just find the nearest tavern quickly.
Okay.
And I'll say, hello. Yes, I'm a talking cat. Ha. Give me wine, please.
Okay. They serve you a glass of wine. They ask you for 5 silver.
No, this is 5 silver. I want your most expensive wine.
Right away, sir. So they dump that wine out and they bring you kind of a crystal, maybe like a crystal chalice, and it is filled with a deep red liquid. And they say this is the finest in Ravenhall.
Right.
It's a bit pricey.
How much?
5 gold a glass.
That's the Ravenhall's finest. What a joke. Yeah, I'll have. Pour it in my chalice, though, please. And I hold out my
5
chalice.
gold a glass is very expensive for wine,
No, I
considering
know
the
that.
glass is like half full.
Glaive is feeling underappreciated, so his.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No, I know it's expensive.
Okay,
part of
you're
Glaive's
being
bluff.
facetious.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
Could you
so
pour it in my goblet, please?
he pours it in your goblet and says,
Can I
"Enjoy."
try some? What is it? Does it taste good?
It is the finest wine you have ever had in your entire life. You can taste every single fruit used in this process, and the alcohol blends so well with it. The fermentation process must have been, the most amazing and advanced process that any winemaker has ever used.
I look at him and say, "This is acceptable." I get the 5 gold out of my pouch, and then I take my hand off of the chalice.
As you take your hand off of the chalice, the liquid inside seems to kind of block the magic in it. It kind of starts to hum around the base, and you see kind of like a crackling of like a spider web try to come out of it, but it seems to stop where the shadow of your glass ends.
Oh, hold on a second. And then I down that glass, down everything, put the chalice back down, and hold the 5 gold out to him, or her, whoever's serving me, and then let go.
Okay, so you set the glass down, you're holding out the gold. He reaches out to take it, the glass down, you're transported back, your 5 gold still in hand, and the chalice is on the web.
Irthos, it
Where do you
takes
go?
me. It takes you to that elf city, something hall.
Ravenhall?
That's it. Where they have unbelievably good wine, which you don't have to pay for.
Oh, the elves truly are magical creatures. But they don't kill things, so not interesting. Shall we see where the sword goes?
I don't think you can take these off, but I am starting to think they are portals to places important to this wizard.
Interesting. We have one that go to an island. What island? One that
Well,
go
we've
to...
got one more each, haven't we?
Yes.
We got a bat. We got a scroll and a bat. Oh no, we got two more. And well, hang on. Let me just stick my head through the portal. I stick my head through the portal and go, "Are you guys just going to wait in here, or do you want to jump checks?"
Well, I'm fine. I'll come and take a look. Are you all fine? Have you found any clues?
No, but the wine's good in here. And I pop my head back in.
And as he does that, he sees Irthos reaching out for the sword. And I grab the hilt.
Okay.
All right, as you grab the hilt of the sword, you hear a pop, and you are transported to the army base of Braidwood, and you know that that's where you are because that's what the sign outside the barracks says.
Is there anybody
Braidwood
about?
Army Base.
Am I inside the army base or am I outside?
Outside.
Can I walk up to the sentry?
To the gate.
Yeah, is there like a guard or a sentry at the gate?
There are guards on each side, up in a 10-foot tower.
Oh, okay. Then okay, I'm going to shout up to the guy and say, "Good morning. Could I know if a wizard has come by here recently?"
We've not seen a wizard in some time.
When was the last time you saw a wizard?
What do you say, Greg? About 3 months ago? Yeah, sounds about right.
Did he come by often?
He came a few times.
Into the base?
He mostly went not into the base. He asked for directions, and he went into the city, into the shopping district.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Thank you. You've been most helpful. And I'm gonna. How far away is the city from where I'm at?
So you can see the city gates from where you are. The army base lies, just outside the city, kind of protecting it from the rest of the continent. There's the army bases between the rest of the continent and the city of Braidwood.
Okay. So I'll let go the sword and I'll go back and I'll tell Glaive, this one take to go. Went there.
Did they say why they go to this?
He might be going shopping.
Maybe that's what this is, just a sort of shopping mall.
Hmm.
You
A
know?
home shopping network of sort.
So now that I'm inside, Irthos, were you not taken to? You said an island in the middle of an ocean.
Yes, it was. And I point to the pirate.
Well, then what would he be shopping for there?
Maybe something hidden on an island.
Peg legs and parrots.
Or maybe coconuts.
This still gets us no closer to the appearance.
I agree. Maybe we should.
So I would like for someone to roll me a history.
So sure, I'll volunteer unless someone wants to go go before me.
I am not
I
proficient in history. Is anyone proficient in?
Nope, I've got it. But intelligence is not my stat either. So
I will
whoever is gonna
give it a
okay.
shot.
I'm gonna touch and go. I'm gonna give you guidance, so you can add D4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you were going to give me guidance, I would say, let me think. Chey, there's my roll,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and then I'll plus that. If you
Ooh,
give me guidance, then it's that on top of that.
All right, hang on just a sec. I'm typing up thing here. Scroll and bat, you haven't used those yet. And I'm not going to put the pirate coin on there yet until describing to Lo-Kag. Okay, so you remember hearing from the talk of Alaska Bambastos and and the Mount some mountain that he over like the town Thrust something. You can't remember the exact names, but you do know that it was just east of the Pirate Isles, which happened to be in the middle of the Sea of Falling Stars. So the pirate coin and the island and the pirate starting to all seem connected.
Okay, and I mentioned this. The Celeste von Bastos.
So maybe this is what the wizard was doing for the guild,
Tracking
down the dragon.
Yes. Yeah. And perhaps a dragon found him first.
Yeah. Well, we've got. Just want to get on and find them.
We have two more things. We have bat and we have scroll. Leonardo, Keg, do you wish to take a trip with the scroll or with the rubber?
I will touch the scroll. Okay.
Right, so Lo-Kag, as you touch the scroll, you are transported to a beautiful cathedral set in the middle of what from the magical looking aura and around that just flying like little sprites and fairies, and you can only infer from that you have been transported to Faerun.
Okay. To Faerun.
The forest in one of the forests in Faerun.
Is there any other? Just wilderness.
Yep, it's really just wilderness. There's a big forest. You see a lot of like little balls of different colored light, kind of like playfully flitting around.
And this cathedral, what does this cathedral recognize?
This cathedral actually has a large clear dome over top. Sigil on this. If you'd like to roll a to see what deity this could.
Give me a second. Do that. What's that? I wanted. My mouse is acting a bit funny today. Yes. Oh, do I still have? Oh no, guidance only for one roll.
Yep. Well, I mean, with a 10, you know that they're worship the moon goddess. So they call her the moon maiden sometimes.
Okay. Well, I will do release the scroll, right, so that I can get back to where we came from. Like I must let it go. Yes.
Yep.
When I zap back to this strange room, and I say, the scroll takes us to some cathedral out in the middle of.
Right. Well, we've got one left. Leonardo, would you like to be our batty boy?
I guess I will. I'm gonna grab whatever is lost.
The bat. As you touch the rubber bat, you are transported to a strange land where you know that when you went to the wizard's tower, it was morning. You were in the tower only for about maybe a couple of hours at most, but this island, it is already nighttime. The darkness seems almost unnatural. And all of the buildings look very gothic and eerie.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
Creepy.
Is there anything else I see in this room?
Creepy.
You're not in a room. You're
An island. So is what? So like gothic-y buildings and stuff like that. Do I see people walking around?
There aren't any people on the streets. They're oddly quiet. You do hear like the squawking of some ravens overhead and the occasional cry of a bat as it swoops through the air.
Okay. I'm gonna drop what it is I'm holding and report back to the others.
Okay, so you drop the bat, the web appears at your feet, and you teleport back into the room.
All right. So this one was interesting. There was like loads of. There was an island with loads of buildings. They looked very creepy and like gothically and stuff like that. I only saw bats, or I only heard bats and what do you call those fuckers? Ravens, but no humans.
In the top of the building, an attic in any of them? Or what?
I didn't go in any of them.
No? None of the ravens were in the attic?
Sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
None of the ravens were in the attic?
Not that I know of.
Or as we would say in the UK, another word for an attic would be...
Please don't do this.
a loft? No? Okay.
No
Well,
ravens in the loft.
Alright, so we know where all these things go. We know that this thing is likely to be the nearest to Alaska Bastos. Perhaps these other places are being checked to get what it needs for doings. Best way to find out for sure, I suppose, is to find him. So, shall we go back? So in those Bollywood books, did it say anything about how to communicate with them that we could use?
Yes, it said to speak.
Right. Okay, one sec. I'm going to go to the chalice, and I'm going to touch the chalice.
Okay, so you are transported to Ravenhall.
And I'll look around and see if I can see anyone, preferably in the opposite direction to the pub I was just in.
You see quite a few people. Yeah, still walking
Okay.
around.
I will stop someone and say, "Excuse me,
Yes, traveler.
do you happen to know anyone around here who speaks Bullywog?
No.
Or do you have a
I would
population of
recommend.
Bullywogs? Yeah.
I would recommend going to the swamplands. The swamplands are to the south, near the jungle.
I'm guessing that's going to take quite a while to
Yeah.
get there. Yeah. All right. Well, never mind.
Unless, of course, I mean, you can fly, but
No, I can't. But never mind. Oh, would you hold this chalice for me for a sec? And I
okay. They hold the chalice
I let
and look
go.
at you strangely.
And I let go.
Nothing happens.
What?
Ah, shit.
Thank you for holding the chalice. I'll take that back now.
Okay.
And then,
Thanks. Have a good day.
oh, before you go, do you know anyone who might sell a Bullywug phrase book, like a holiday shop or something?
Check the swampland.
Okay. And then I'll look at the chalice and go, "What the hell did you just?" And then I'll let it go and see if I am stuck.
As it drops to the ground, the web appears beneath your feet and transports you back to the room.
There you go.
Guys, two things. If we want to find people who speak Bullywug, we can go here and take a long journey to the south, unless we can find someone who can fly, which is possible. And also, I gave this chalice to someone to hold, thinking that as soon as I let go, it would disappear and would blow its little mind. But I didn't disappear whilst it was holding it.
Was that the first time this happened? The magic get interfered in any other way? The last time you tried.
Well, actually, yeah, I had this whole plan, so I ordered the most expensive wine, like 5 gold a glass, right? And I thought it'd be funny if I had a sip and went, "That's lovely," and then I let it go and I was still there. I was like, "Oh shit, maybe there's something too much in it," so I down, and then I was okay. So it turns out if you put stuff in it or give it to someone who's from that place,
Doesn't
maybe
work.
you don't come back.
Most interesting.
It is good
I don't
to
know
know.
what that does for us at this point, but
We
can check the rest of the tower.
Yeah. Can I check one thing before we give up on this? Sorry to belabor it. I'm going to pick out a pirate coin again.
Okay. You find yourself back on the island.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my bedroll, put it on the floor, take a handful of sand, put it on top of the coin, and then put the coin on my bedroll with the sand on top and let go.
Wait, you're gonna hold the coin in your hand, put sand on top, and then your bedroll?
Yes, so that I don't lose it on the beach.
Okay, so nothing happens.
Okay, I'm still there. Okay, well, while that happens, I'm gonna. Is it a big island or is it a small? Is it like one palm tree island?
It appears to be like a I don't know, like a port island. You do see some buildings in the
yeah.
distance around the edges by the water, where boats come to dock. It looks like it might be storage and
Okay. So it's actually populated. All right. I'm going to pick up my bedroll, pick up the coin, dust the sand off, and then just let the coin drop on.
Okay, you are transported back to the room.
What's interesting, it seems that if something else is on top of the portal item, it prevents you from coming back. I put sand on the coin here, and it didn't send me back until I cleaned the sand off. Anyway, the island is not a desert island in the middle of the sea. It's actually a port island. So maybe more places the wizard needed to go to.
I just
Yeah.
realized I've been giving my input the whole time with my mic mute.
Oh, well, we didn't catch that.
No, I know. I had my mic muted on my head.
It's probably better that way, mate.
Mm. You know, you think that the red glow coming off of probably give me, but you know,
I do it literally all the time with mine. Although it's only a dot on mine. Anyway, so what we're saying is what about the island thing? Because I was too busy doing stupid stuff. What,
It's apparently a port island, and you did sand on, and one the sand on coin it.
so it's the same sort of.
I think all of it might work the same way. Maybe wizard go find safe
space in this web where it looks like something should be symmetrically or anything like that.
The call.
It actually looks like there are several places where you could put things. And remember in the underground, there were all those boxes that had labels on them,
Random trinkets,
and they
locations.
were random trinkets from certain locations. And they were all.
Holy shit. So now we just have to find out which of the 100 trinkets. Okay, let's just put this on the back burner because there's literally too many possibilities at the moment, and the guild have sent us to do this one job. So let's maybe look up the tower, find this wizard, then we can ask it all the questions we want.
Yeah, while he's saying this, I'm thinking, can I pull out, as part of my story, I have a scale that belongs to a creature from where I come from. Can I put that scale on the web and then pick it up again, see if it does anything?
From like your homeland?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that scale on the web. I'm going to leave it there for like 2 seconds while Glaive's talking, and I'm going to touch it while it's connected to the web.
Okay,
Do I have-
so as you place the scale on the web seems to envelop it, and you see like this power like going into it. The scale glows for a second and then becomes a normal looking object. And so as you touch it, you are teleported to your homeland.
Okay, and as soon as I land there, I know where I am. I just let go of it.
And you're back again.
What's interesting?
Wow.
Irthos have idea.
Where have you gone? What was that?
Apparently, if you put items that come from a place onto the web allows you to travel to that place. So I look at Glaive and I go,
Oh, sorry, go
do you
on.
have anything that belongs to Urzadox? Go and call him.
Let me check.
Does anybody have some weed? I mean, magical herbs.
No, he's got my
Ever
Oh,
full mug.
hang on.
You all got some weed.
As far as we know, he's with the kobold.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I do have some things from the kobold stash.
Okay.
Try it out.
So hold on. this could go horribly wrong. But I've got from there 1 bottle of strong alcohol, an eggshell painted with scenes of human misery. I don't think we should do that one. A set of bone pipes and a tiny sketch of a goblin, all of which came from there, but possibly don't originate. Be a bit like Baldur's Gate roulette.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking it'd be so hilarious if you kind of put the sketch of a goblin and end up on a sinking ship.
Goblin
Why?
Titanic. Paint me like one of your French goblins.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I got there at the end. I like it, but I don't think this is. I've got. I could find my mercenary troop again. Bedroll brewer supplies, good berries. That won't be very good now.
But if you have your brewer's supplies, you could put one of those down and maybe end up in your brewery, which is
True,
next
but
door to
to be fair, I
Urzadox.
would have used almost all of the brewer's supplies. They will be employed right now
True.
because I am making stuff. I mean, I can go back to Blackwater because we've got the ale.
Yeah, it'll
I've got
take a couple
ale,
hours.
whiskey, and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do that quickly.
Would I be able to cut the scale off the web?
Yep, you can try that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna take my dagger and cut it around it without touching the scale.
As you cut around the web, the scale pulls free, and the web seems to magically mend itself back to its normal form.
Mhm.
Okay, I would like to put down a bottle of. Well, no, if you can get it off the web, that's fine. I'll risk it. I'll put the barrel of fine ale down,
Okay?
and hopefully a reappear in the pub as I touch it.
You do.
Hey! And then I will go to
Declan looks
Urzadox.
at you in surprise as you magically appear in front of it.
Oh, don't worry, I paid for
Oh,
this the other
hello.
day. Hey, sorry, I did pay for this the other day. It's the same one. I'm not
Is there a
stealing.
problem with it?
No, I'm just using it as a conduit to travel between different locations magically.
Sounds very interesting.
Well, we don't know how it works, so. Do you think I've got time to do a quick shot? Or will they get angry at me?
I don't know.
No.
There's always time for a shot, I think. As a proprietor of a bar.
Okay. No, I can't. Let's go. Sorry, next time. And I run off to Urzadox's house and knock on the door if I don't hear anything too untoward. Oi! Big man! Oi! All day! Helga?
I don't think you did. Her name is Olga.
That's kind of more Russian vibe, isn't it? Oh no, please! I want more! Remember your incredible stamina? Huh? Come on! It's always
Oh my God,
balls before
Quinn,
holes
you're
with
the
you people. Fuck! It takes a bra on, and then she stomps out. And as she does so, Glaive sees her emerge, like, oh, see, you came back for more. Oh, you see, this is why I keep coming back. And then Glaive said, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but do me a favour. Oh, hang on, we haven't thought this through. Right, this isn't going to work, but... Oh. Jesus Christ, that's the size of Lo-Kag's arm. Nice. Can I do a perception check to see if Olga is walking properly?
Yes, you may.
Okay. I'll say, listen, you know that wizard's tower to the... Well, there's a wizard's tower to the south, right? You know, on that island bit that juts out? It's kind of towery. Okay, but I've not got long. The other guys are waiting. But... well, maybe, but I kind of don't... I can't let go of this barrel. All right. So whilst you know you're prepping that, I'll explain. Yeah. Okay. Right. You know the Wizard's Tower over there in the south. We went there because the guild asked us to go and check out this wizard who was missing. And we've been in there. There's lots of funny potions. I may have died. We're not sure. Anyway, point is, there's another portal down there that just takes you to a room, which takes you to objects, that takes you to various different places. We're a little bit stumped by that. There's also a bollywog problem and a bra, and we just thought you might want to tag along. Okay. Now, when I let go of this barrel... Oh, thank you. Anyway, when I let go of this barrel, I'm going to disappear. So this is what I don't know. We tried this with Irthos, and I left him behind, but that was going out. So I don't know whether coming back it will work. Okay.
I think it'd be funnier if you went in your robe.
It's like
Not for
the
your
Druid-
armor class. But...
Show up at
the big
show up
lapel.
at desk like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, you'd have an armor class of whatever your dex is plus 10, but you would also have what? Well, your enemies would have to make wisdom saving throws against being frightened by an enormous dog.
Unlike Steve, where he had to make saving throws against laughing at him.
Oh yeah. It is
Nope.
definitely not a finesse weapon.
But it could be, but it could be versatile, and it could be two-handed.
It's barely a piercing weapon. It's, yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so whilst he's getting there, I'll finish off this bowl. Wow, I feel less aggressive and angry. I don't like this stuff. I put it down. I don't know. It's making me think, man. You know, like... Yeah, but I kind of feel like it makes me use my brain to think about... I mean, like, that table, what's that about? Because it's got 4 legs, but why? Why hasn't it got 5? You know? Because if 4... 3 legs, because 3 legs are 4... Then why not have 5? Because that's one better. You know? So, and okay, so how... Alright. I am hold the barrel, and just as I'm beginning to become very aware of the proximity that I now am to the bludgeoning weapon, I drop the barrel.
All right, so you drop the barrel and the web appears beneath your feet. And Urzadox is standing so close to you feet, and he is transported with you.
Ah, well, that was a stroke of luck. Guys, I found Urzadox. We had a good discussion about tables. Anyway, would anyone else care to explain to him what we're doing?
We are searching for a missing wizard, told to us by Commander Rend. We found it was a Alatar the Great who was hired for some project that Commander Wren will not speak of directly. This.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you speak Bullywog? Fuck.
That sucks.
Nobody speaks This is a really marginalised community, guys. I'm starting to feel sorry for them. Let's start a charitable fund.
You see a chalice, scroll, a sword, a rubber bat, and a pirate coin.
These objects are all random. This is some sort of teleportation room. It works via that spider's web.
Okay. As you pick up the coin, you are transported to an island in the middle sea.
We tried that. And I
So,
think the only
yep.
reason it worked with you is because the DM wanted to skip you having to go 2 hours to get back. So let's not break the game.
So here's the thing with the underneath is when you tried to teleport together, only one of you was touching the object. The one of you that was touching the object was the one that teleported.
Ooh.
Hint, hint.
Ooh.
Yep. That sounds right.
That's good, because I was a little bit. Yeah, let's all touch pirate coin at the same time. I was a bit worried that if we sent a stoner off to a tropical island on his own, he might never come back.
I don't think weed grows there. It's all sand.
He just sits there drinking coconut milk when he's hungry, sneak attacks a turtle. That's about it.
Yeah. Don't forget Wilson. Oh man. All right. So are you guys all touching the coin?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
Right.
you know what? I refuse it. I'm touching the coin.
You all touch the coin and you all end up on a beach, and the coin is in Urzadox's hand. Okay.
Okay, I start digging for treasure.
Yep. Let's do a survival check.
All of us, so
You notice a nice little grove of palm trees that looks like might be a good place to start. You don't think that anybody would just be so bold to bury their stuff right out at the edge of the beach where anybody washing up on shore could, get the idea to start digging. Kind of think that, if somebody were going to hide something, they would take it back, into the areas where it's harder to see.
Or is this a double bluff? No, it's not, but we never know.
Not really big. You can't see the other side of it, but like from the shoreline, you can see pretty much like almost a half, not really completely smooth circular area, but like you can see one whole side of the island. I mean, it spans a couple miles in directions, but if you look out and squint at the horizon to the right and left, you can see water. Yeah.
I do not
I'm
think this will help
digging
us find the
because
wizard.
Urzadox
And-
told me to.
You do see a port with some buildings off in the distance too, to the east.
Perhaps it is worth for us to go there. I point with the shovel to. Do we
Well,
all
I
see it,
still
or only
think-
Urzadox?
I still think we should find the wizard first, because there's too many possibilities in terms of where he could be within this web. Which
We
leads me
should
to
try
believe
and
he's probably in the tower, or at least information alluding to which of these objects he may have used to go somewhere might be in the tower.
No, we just searched the
not.
bottom of the tower.
It's just that we're in the basement.
There was only this secret caverns in the basement, this wizard's tower that we have explored, and clearly there's an endless number of locations via this web. I do think we should return and see what more clues we can find.
Oh, also, we've got some potions for you to look at. Oh, absolutely do. I just think we should do this one thing first, shouldn't we? It also might help us, because this island has something to do with Alaska Bamblastos, probably. Alaska Bamblastos. But at the moment, I think we need to find Wizzy. And our best bet for that is in the tower, because there are simply too many options. If you think of this island as a big island port, you've got Ravenhall. Oh, sorry, the other one takes you to a large elven city. The other one takes you to a barracks near these are huge places. The other one takes you to a place with ravens not in the attic. So, in terms of our options, there are too many if we're specifically trying to find this wizard, unless we find information pertaining to where he's gone, or indeed find the wizard himself in the tower. Then we can ask him about all this stuff. Or go after him in a particular direction, and having found him, then we can go and get all the treasure we want. That would be my contention. That's what I'm saying. Know what I mean? Don't all rush to tell me I'm wrong.
No, I actually agree with you.
Let us agree.
I'm also going to start speaking to you in Tabaxi now, because apparently that is a language I cannot. I remember now that I put it as a second language when I started playing, but I completely forgot about it.
what do you speak Tabaxi? And I say
Yeah.
to you in Tabaxi, woof, 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 woof.
I woof back.
Well, shall we go back, or do you want to fuck around here a bit more, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we could. The thing is, we can always come back to this place.
Yeah. I mean, if the wizard says, no, I'm sorry, you can't come back to the place, then the wizard
We
has
kill
an
him. I mean,
No, he has an accident.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
An entirely foreseeable, well-planned accident.
That is not our goal. We cannot kill the wizard. He is
Alright,
working for our guild.
Just a hint. Is anybody gonna go see if there's anybody working at the shipping port to see if maybe your wizard's been through there?
I mean, is it far from here?
You can see it. It's a few miles off in the distance. There's, the docks and a few buildings, and can't really tell if there are people
you used
working
the
there
word
yet.
hint in the build-up, I suggest we probably will do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I've changed my mind entirely. For no reason.
I suppose.
Let's go to the port and ask whether they've seen our wizard that we don't know what he looks like. Let's go.
I stare at. Are we sure we wish to trust Glaive's judgment upon these things? He has proven
It
himself
just
to be
came to me from
less
out
than
of the
wise.
Well, it wasn't my idea. It was the weaves.
Okay.
Irthos reaches up, pulls on Glaive's fur and goes, "This is not a weave. This is your fur."
Oh
Well,
my
yeah,
gosh.
some of it is. You don't know which is. Yeah, no, it is. It's all mine. All right, to the port place. But remember, we can't leave unless Urzadox lets go of the thingy. So let's not get trapped or anything.
Orthodox. I trust that you will wait carefully for our return. It shall not take long.
He's going to be. Well, let's not put it in your pocket. You've got to keep hold of it.
If you drop the coin, the web appears under your feet.
They could be stuck here. We could be stuck here.
Yeah.
If you're all standing together and you drop it in the middle of the web appears under all your feet. So if you travel back alone, you could choose to abandon.
And then it becomes, oh my god, this is so epic. Then we pick up another member of the party that Anthony plays in this island, and eventually we've got Alaska Bambastos to deal with, but now we also have Urzadox, the king of the kobolds, as like another big bad. Amazing. Anyway, sorry. So, Urzadox, are you coming with us, or are you treasuring? I'm only asking because we may be trapped here forever if, we stray. But I thought you said that you found somewhere that the treasure wasn't. That's not the same as finding where the treasure is it? Fucking water! Right. To the port town!
All right. So after a little while walking down the beach. It's hot, you're getting thirsty, but you eventually reach the little port town. There seems to be a little dicey looking tavern. There's lots of storage. There's like a little shack that has rowboats. You do see around the curve of the island, there are several docks where larger ships are actually docked and being loaded and unloaded.
Well, if I were a wizard and I'd arrived where we arrived, I'd probably want something to drink first. And I would probably not want to go to a dicey bar, but if there were no other choice, that's where I would go.
I'm leaving it all up to you guys.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. To the dicey bar!
All right. See if this one looks dicey enough. No, that one
Guess
looks
if you put
fancy.
Urzadox in it, anything looks dicey enough.
That one looks fancy. We don't want. I hate that my archived thing doesn't show me a little thumbnail. Yeah.
Hmm?
New random tavern. Yeah. Good. Alright. Oh. Alright. Well, this one looks strangely in the archive. That might be perfect. Dockside Tavern restored. Might be perfect. What am I? Perfect. This is it right here. Thank you. All right. All right. Despite what you actually see on the map right now, you walk in and it seems to be. Didn't put your token on there yet. That's right. Go.
Uh-huh.
If you type in.
Oh, those look cool.
All right. How do you turn off animation or turn it on?
Why is it dark in this cold, dark world. Is there nobody around? No.
Hang on.
We were testing out the blue potion when you were away.
Is it sapped all my love? How deep is your love?
Is that the Bee Gees? Jesus.
It's not the Bee Gees.
It is.
How deep is your love? Isn't it? Is it a song by the Bee Gees?
It was
Mm.
originally the Bee Gees, but
Oh, fuck's
I'm guessing you may have heard the Take That version.
No. Take on me. One.
No, the band Take. Well, I say
Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry. Oh, the boy band.
Yeah.
No, I was actually talking. There's been another version of it.
Yeah, right.
All
From
right.
Calvin
So
Harris.
you enter the tavern, and there are many a pirate in there wetting their whiskey with ale and rum.
Arg, matey.
There's this guy standing behind me.
Why is Steven Tyler there?
He's in line for the bar.
Barkeep, can I get
Is
can I
that
get,
Steven Tyler?
Is Aerosmith playing here?
It does
Can I
look like
get-
Steven Tyler.
Let me see.
5 ales, please, barkeep?
All right, the barkeep slings you 5 ales. This one?
Actually, I think he looks more like
No, the square one.
Joe Perry.
Oh,
I think it looks like more like Joe Perry, the guitarist.
let me see. Oh,
Walk this way. Oh.
oh, he's pretty cute.
You should have
He
kicked
looks
me.
like a high fashion pirate, doesn't he?
He's like
It's like pirates
what's
by
his
Chey.
what's his name? I can't believe it's not Butter Guy. The Fabio. He's like the pirate Fabio.
Yes. He's an actor / model. So
Well, so we're at the bar. And Leonardo, what did you say?
I said I was getting 5 ales from the barkeep.
Hello, barkeep. If this is a town of industrious merchant shipping takers,
Can you please ship the cat?
you must have good rum. Can I have a shot of your best rum, please? And also, is there a wizard nearby?
We ain't seen no wizards around here, but rum we've gotten plenty of it.
To be honest, that is the more important of the two questions, so thank you.
Agreed. He slides you a rum, and he slides you 5 ale.
How much do we owe you, kind, gentle sir?
Well, for 2 gold, I'll keep the drinks coming.
For 3 gold? That's fine. And I heard
I
him
believe he
say-
said 2 gold.
Yeah, I'm negotiating.
Hey, if the Catman wants to give me a tip, who are you to argue?
What do you mean a tip? I just negotiated the price down, didn't I?
Absolutely.
See, he's a businessman. He knows what he's talking about. Shut up.
As
Leonardo.
long as you're paying Glaive, I don't care if you negotiate up or down.
I just shake my head.
Fucking
So, barman, has there... Oh, I drink my rum. Oh, that's
Roy,
nice.
these kiddies so dumb.
Oh, that is good. Seriously, has there been a wizard come past it? I really need to know. It's of vital importance to the world.
We ain't seen no wizards around here, but there was a strange-looking pirate a while back.
Right. I mean,
Face I'd never seen around here before.
was it a he, a she, or did they tell you?
It was
whether
like
they
an older guy.
were- Okay.
And yeah, I mean, he was a pirate and was just passing through. So he said, usually, normally we see all the same faces, the same import and export people. They come and they bring their ships and they pick up their weekly deliveries and they drop off their weekly exports and things like that. And, usually it's the same face. So seeing a new face around here is a rare occasion.
Okay. And did he tell you what his business was or where he was going?
Yeah, he asked if he could charter a ship. He was, I don't know why he needed to charter a ship if a ship had dropped him off. Maybe he wanted to go somewhere his ship wasn't going.
That's a very, yeah, I like you. I feel like we're on the same level, intellect-wise. Another rum, please. Did you want a big ship or a little ship?
He said it didn't matter as long as he got where he needed to go.
And did you recommend anyone in particular?
I told him to go down to the docks and ask around. There was always people willing to
Now,
take you places
who
for
is
some
this
coin.
around?
Just down there at the docks,
No, who is... You said ask around. Who is around? I don't miss these things.
Ask the many people working at the dock,
He
the
might be
captain.
brother to.
That sort of a... yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
no. I was joking.
He could
where's
be
that
brother
rum?
to Ahab.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good info. Thank you. Now, this is a pirate bar. Would anyone get upset if I punched them in the face?
I'm
I'm asking the bartender.
Wait, punch me or punch one of those guys?
No, not you. I like you.
Oh, right. Thanks, man. I like you too. You're pretty cool.
Hey, let's have another rum together.
Sounds great. And he, smashes his, wooden cup towards yours and
Ah,
tosses
Sancho.
back a swig.
Thanks, man. I'm just going to go and ask my new conscience whether I'm allowed to fight. And if I am, I'll put on a show for you.
All right, so he slides you another rum across the table, and he slides 5 ales down. Here you go, another round for the group.
Thank you, my friend. Right. I will go and tell the information that I have subtly gathered. Where is everyone? Down there. Sorry, Stephen Tyler. Right. Now, listen up, you scallywags. I have found that there was a man matching the description of an older man who came through here, who was possibly a pirate, but doesn't sound to my keen brain like he really was, who was looking to charter a ship somewhere. And the barman sent them to the docks to find out about it more. Now that I'm telling you this, I realise that I should have asked how long ago that was. So hold on a second. And I walk back.
I stare at everyone. Why do we think?
Hello, me again. How long ago was that he said that? That,
Just
they
a
went to
couple
a round to
of
talk
weeks
to?
ago.
A couple of weeks ago, right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
he was here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, okay. Okay, bye. And then I come down here. And that was a couple of weeks ago. Also,
So he is not here
may
right
I
now.
punch a man whilst we're here?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Irthos think this man over here is pointing to.
You want to fight Steven Tyler?
Do we think it wise to allow him to start fight?
Oh, hello. I have walked this way, and I am going to say, you there. I am nowadays polite man. So I ask you, you want fight me?
Why would I ever want to fight you? I only want to drink.
Oh. You're boring. I'm going to punch him in the face.
Not
What
the
the
face.
fuck did you do that for?
I just thought you might want to fight me after I'd punched you in the face.
He downs his rum and he sets his cup down very gently, and he turns around and very quickly and swiftly he grabs your shoulders and knees you in the crotch.
Oh! Yeah, that was a good one. So, is that a yes to the fight then?
He waits for you to make the next move.
Oh, God. Before I make the next move, are we using weapons? And
As you're doubled over in pain, he elbows you in the head, just like takes his elbow and like butts it into your skull.
Oh, right. Okay, understood. And I will get up and, well, not get up, but whilst I'm on my knees, I will extend my clawed hands, grab what I find likely to be his testicles, and twist them
Ouch.
very hard.
Not nice. Ouch, not nice. That's
Now, on Urzadox, I think at the very least, I think if we wanted to sort of, maneuver your testicles in any way, we'd have to employ a forklift. So if you, at any stage you hear beep, 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 then you should worry. Otherwise, you're probably all right. Oh dear. I don't know. Ah. Why did you let me do this? Well, why did you let Glaive do this?
I suggested should not.
Yeah, but he only really respects Urzadox. Oh, he likes Irthos as well. Yeah. He likes Irthos, he respects Urzadox, and he misses Makoa. And the rest of you he doesn't really care about.
Mm.
You know, he'd die for you because you're part of his party, but it would be annoying for him to have to go to one of your funerals, for example.
Indeed.
So, as Chey isn't here, I'll quickly take over the DMing and say that I punch this man in the head, he dies, and I get 1,000,000 XP.
That sounds fair. Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, sounds fair to me.
Oh, she hurt me. Damn it.
Quick, commit a coup. Anthony, quick, go into DM mode.
I'll move. I'll look under this bench.
We're taking back the power over our characters.
I'm looking under this bench, and oh, what's this? A scroll of a wish spell that can be cast by anyone. Ooh. I wish I knew what that fucking wizard was.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, can you push that back in? I think I pulled it out a little bit. Into the thing. All right, hello?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh wow, that was so loud. Okay. Turn it back down.
What are you talking about?
Gotta adjust my headset a little bit. I had to use the wired headset because my wireless headset died because I use it too much. Okay.
Maniacs.
Does anyone remember a cartoon show called The Animaniacs?
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so Glaive, go ahead and roll a d20. I'm going to roll a d20, and whoever rolls the highest is going to win the fight, and we can role play it out from there.
Okay. Roll a d20. Okay, that's better than average. Yay!
All right, you win.
Aha! I would have let you go had you not kneed me in the testicles. But no, you had to go and fight dirty. As a result,
I am a pirate.
oh, that's true. Yeah, hang on though. If you were a pirate, why didn't you want to fight in the first place? I thought pirates were meant to be fun.
I have been out to sea for the last 6 months. I haven't had a good rum since then.
I don't see what that has to do with it. But all right, go and see my friend at the bar, and he will give you a discount on rum.
Hey, no discounts, he yells from the bar.
Oh, shit. Oh well, it's been nice to fight with you, and I'm assuming you're a 1 HP, so I'll just slam your head into the table and knock you unconscious, and then leave.
You're gonna slam his head on the table and knock him unconscious after the fight is over?
Well, yeah, just unconscious. He's annoying.
Right.
Oh god, do I have to roll another d20?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
You take
So-
him by surprise, slam his head on the table, you knock him out cold.
And I say, clean up on aisle 1! And move over here. So, that was a disappointing fight. I'm sorry, everyone. He turned out to be a pussy. Anyway, shall we go and check at the docks about this man who came by 2 weeks ago?
I suppose we might as well.
Everyone's incredibly enthusiastic today. I'm a bit worried.
Well, we must. If this information you have gotten.
All right, but let's not get
Further
overexcited about it. Yeah, no, I agree, but like, if it wasn't for the fact that the DM used the word hint in the sentence earlier, I wouldn't be pursuing it, but I feel like this may be the right thing to do.
Let us see what information we can get. Come.
To the west!
Are you sure you don't mean the east?
Oh. Wait, I don't know. Oh, Irthos. Ooh.
Watch where you're stepping, cat.
You literally stepped on me, lizard. There's a dining board at the end. Diving board, not a dining board. That would be weird.
Why don't you take a gander and jump off it, kitty man?
A gander? You want me to take a female goose and jump off a diving board? Very strange customs you turtles have,
I think
including
the
leaving
gander is
people
the
you
boy,
love.
isn't it?
Sorry?
Isn't the goose the female and the gander is the male?
I don't
But
know.
not in
I think the gander is the male.
not in Glaive's world.
Glaive's
You know,
convinced that
mother
geese are
goose.
the most gender fluid of all species.
It'd be mother gander.
Yeah, it's like Glaive's been getting his milk from a bull for most of his life.
He thinks that a propaganda is a very polite goose.
They are
they
named.
are.
Yeah.
We got fucking tons of them here. They're also extremely tasty. Yeah, why do you think the Nazis chose to goose step? No coincidence. What?
Yeah.
That wasn't it. All right, so you guys head off to the direction of the dock and shipping area.
All right.
Dipping.
You guys see like a rental stand where they have like and rowboats and stuff like that you can buy or rent. There's also like charters. Like there's a list of charters that come by every so often, and they go different places nearby. There's charters to the other islands, which are small boats, and then there's charters to the mainlands surrounding the Sea of Fallen Stars.
Okay. That's what I was going to say. It's the island we were looking for Alaskaban Bastos. Alaskaban Bastos is to the east of this constellation. Is that right?
The southeast, yes.
Southeast. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So, should we go and ask at that conveniently placed rental stand?
All right. You
Sure.
approach the rental stand, and what are you asking?
Okay. We say hello, gentleman. Have you seen an old pirate type bloke who's not looking like he's from around here and may in fact have been a wizard in disguise, coming and asking to rent a boat in the last 2 weeks, possibly to the southeast of that constellation?
Well, there's a lot of information there. I wouldn't know about all of the specifics, but yeah, I did have a rental a few days ago or so. Somebody asking about a rental anyway. He chose to go another route with a charter, I think. But
Okay. Do you know who he chartered?
I think he charted with southeast.
And do they have an office here or anything?
They're the last dock to the left.
Right. So, and they're not back, presumably.
The dock is empty.
Yeah. Well, I'll go and speak to their people. Thank you so much for your information. Goodbye.
Good day, sir.
To the other dock.
I fear this will lead us nowhere.
It will lead us to the other dock.
Let us go.
So the pirates, or crewmen, working at the Southeast Seas dock. Look like they're locals. They look really comfortable. They don't look like they ever travel or that they leave. They don't have that dirty pirate smell about them. They're relatively clean for being pirates, like they regularly shower.
Okay, I'll walk up to one and say, "You look relatively clean. Has a wizard or older pirate or anyone chartered a boat to the southeast recently with you? Older man?"
Yeah, we had a charter 2 days ago.
2 days. That's a lot better than I was expecting. What happened? Are they still out?
Yeah, the ship that took him should be docking later today. Expected back in 2 more days.
And where's
2.5
it
more
docking?
days.
Where's it docking?
It is going to dock in the Bay of Chesenta at... I need to zoom in here.
I know not where any of this lays.
And
Where is this Bay of Jacinta?
It's southeast of here. About 2 days.
hang on, let me see if I can make a page really quick. Put this on here. Load.
Chey, did you see the new map I just imported into the game?
Oh, I did that. Go ahead and take rid of that one. All right, and then background over there. I can't really tell what MKULKIN. I get a better version of that. So it's a big port city just below Threskull.
Okay.
Okay.
That map.
Where's that in... Is the map on the screen now?
Not yet. I'm sure you guys are too.
No, I was just thinking...
And this is where it's set to dock. There.
We are... What, here? Somewhere?
You guys are here.
Okay. So there's Termish. Yeah, so the quickest thing for us to do would be to get a boat if we wanted to follow.
But there's nothing. He may be gone already. Who knows what has happened?
So that web
Well, yeah.
teleported us from our dimension to Faerun?
Yes, to the Pirate Isles, more specifically.
Okay.
The scroll, I think was. The scroll teleports you into the High Forest of Faerun.
Okay.
And the chalice to Raven. Not Raven. Oh, it was Raven Hall.
Yeah, Raven Hall is on the same continent as.
Yeah.
And so is Braidwood.
Do we go after this wizard? Because, I mean, that is our job.
It was our charge. Agreed.
Yeah, let's board a ship.
Well,
Okay.
then we must go. So be it.
Okay, so, we should ask one of the guys, hey, you, relatively clean for a pirate man, do you know where we could charter a ship to go to the same place?
Yeah, here in 2 days when the ship returns.
No, we need it quicker.
You can ask one of the other ships that are here, but I'm not sure if they're going to want to delay their route.
Perhaps.
This is kind of an import-export to the rest of the Isles. It's just a stop on the way so that the ships don't have to travel all through. Basically, the ships bring stuff here, and then the ships on the other side of the island to Pirate Isles.
Right.
Perhaps it's to their.
Well, let's just try another ship, I suppose. And I'll go and find another ship captain, or something like that. Unless anyone else wants to do something else.
We can
Alright,
make
so
it worth
you
their time.
see a couple of captains that are standing nearby, one as their ship is being loaded, and another as their ship is being unloaded.
I would like to walk up to the one whose ship is being unloaded